You know, who made that decision?
Well, if you'd, the best way for me to answer this would be to get your information, and then I can have one of the people who are more closely involved in this to, provide you some information.
Okay. Well, who are these people that are more closely involved?
Our subject matter experts.
Subject matter
So
experts,
what's your
okay.
email address? I can be happy to have.
Subject matter experts, okay. And the name of these subject matter experts?
Well, it'd be far easier if I could just get some contact information from you.
Well, I mean, I'll get to that, but I just need a name in case I don't get an email, so I know who to talk to and ask them, hey, you were supposed to email me about this matter, and you haven't done so. I'm just following up, and but it'd be helpful for me.
Contact me.
Right, but you're not the subject matter expert.
No, but I'm positioned in the director's office to be able to reach out to folks and say, hey, you were supposed to respond to this person, and we're not seeing a response. Could you please respond?
Right. See, the way I work is I really don't like to deal with middleman. I like to deal with the person, and to find out who, what, when, where, and why. And I mean, it's as simple as a first, last name, extension, telephone number, email from that department, so I can initiate it. Because sometimes we get sidetracked as what we're going to say and what we want the information. So you might be typing in something else, not actually verbatim, word for word, what I'm actually talking to you about. I mean, I'm not saying you will or won't, but
if you could, if you'd like, you could send me a letter or an email, and list out your specific items that concerns you want questions answered on, and then I'd be able to convey that to the right people in CDC who would be able to...
The right people in CDC. And I want to know who those right people are, because, I mean, I'm a taxpayer, and I'm paying their salary, not directly, but indirectly. And, I'd like to find out who the subject matter experts, the decision makers, the names of the people. I mean, they're paid by us.
Well, I'm offering you a route.
Right. But that route is basically, it's like I'm being censored. I mean, I'm wanting to.
Okay, you're not being censored. If you would send a letter, you can even address it to the CDC director if you like, and we respond to all queries and emails.
Right, I understand, but since you're not the subject matter expert, I can't get my question answered, and I want to speak to the subject matter expert. I need a name and email for the subject matter expert.
And I'm trying to suggest to you that
I appreciate your suggestion, but I'd really want to speak to the subject matter expert about it. I don't want to go through a middleman. I shouldn't have to go through a middleman as a taxpayer.
Well, actually, in order to ensure that you get your response, for example, my office can help provide, we can help track that. We can help make sure that your questions are answered. We can make sure that they go to the right people. Sometimes taxpayers have more than one question about an effort. I mean, as you were talking to me, you raised a number of different things, and not all the same people will deal with all those issues. So
one would know about the $54 million, but and the other would know whose idea was about it.
Well, like I say, if you've reached the immediate office of the CDC director. And
are those people above you? Well, let me ask you this question: are those people above you or below you?
Oh, there's always people above and below.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, are the subject matter, are you, are they higher up on the ladder, or?
It again, it depends on exactly what kind of what you're asking, what questions you're asking, and what kind of information you'd like to get from us, and if you could send that to us in an email or in a letter, then I can make sure that you get your answers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, like I said again.
Appreciate that. We have there are millions of taxpayers, and by doing it the way I'm suggesting, it will help us track your question and track whether or not it's getting a response, so that it creates some sort of accountability, so that we can get a reply to you.
Right. I mean, I'm not interested in all.
There's no guarantee that if I give you a name and number of somebody that it's even going to be that you're going to be able to get through to that person or anything. So
Well, I mean, I can always try. I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you for giving me someone who I might not be able to get through with. If I'm not going to be able to get through with them, obviously I'm going to call you back, and then I'll ask you if you even have another subject matter expert, and if you don't, I'll go ahead and give you my email. I mean, I can try that. I mean, I have all day today. I have unlimited long distance. I mean, I'm not even on a cellular telephone. I mean,
if you wouldn't mind giving me your email address, or sending us an email with your questions or a letter, I can certainly make sure that those are sent to the best people to answer your questions, and we can get a response to you.
Okay, well, I'm sure you have a subject matter expert. Is there another title they go by besides subject matter expert, or?
So you don't want to give me your email address?
Well, I really don't. If if I get to the subject matter experts, I need to contact them, and then when I get their information, then I'll gladly give out my email.
Well, why don't you write us a letter then, if you don't want to give us your email, and we will respond to your letter.
Well, I'm not getting the gist that are the subject matter experts, are they like hidden somewhere, or are they like across country, across town somewhere, or if contracted out? I'm still not following you with that.
Well, perhaps you can appreciate that the number of people who are working on these technical issues are scientists and so forth, who are fully engaged in things, and if everybody the potential of them being contacted directly by individuals could actually impede them from getting their work done.
Impede them from getting the work done. Okay.
An avenue to send us something, or give me your email.
Well, they have voicemail, don't
we
they?
Can get back to you.
They have voicemail or answering machine, don't they? Or like some place where I can leave a message, and so the scientists can call them back. That way, it won't interfere with their duty. I mean, I'm sure they're not building something. They should.
I'm more than happy to help make sure that your questions are answered.
Right, and I understand that, and I appreciate your opportunity for doing that, but I really need to talk to someone who knows about that, which is your subject matter expert. I mean, just one of them, if you can name one. I mean, it's just like these commercials that I see all the time that, about the secondhand smoke, and how harmful it actually is to someone 20 feet away in a different apartment unit. I mean, it's basically based on a fabrication, and you're not giving me this information that actually confirms that fact. I mean, it's like, what is there to hide? I mean, I just want to speak to the subject matter expert.
I'd be very happy to receive an email from you or a letter with your questions.
Well, I'd like to contact them first. I would be very happy to contact them first with the questions that I want to have them answer. And if they can't answer the questions, then I'll call back you and be more than happy to give you my email address. I mean, I don't see that that's that difficult.
Well, I'm trying to help you, but...
Well, no, obviously you're not, because, I mean, you're not giving me a name, an email, a phone number to this one of these subject matter experts that I'd like to speak to about this matter that would possibly know about the $54 million going down the toilet.
Sir, if you would give me some way to contact you, I'd be happy to have these answers prepared and sent to you.
Okay, is there someone else in this department I can speak to?
I'm the director. You're talking to the most senior person in this.
The most senior person. You said earlier in the conversation that there's someone higher and lower than yourself.
That's right.
Well, who's higher up than you?
Well, you'd have to be going to the CDC director.
CDC
and
director.
If you want to do that, then the best thing I can advise you is to send the CDC director a letter.
I want to talk to him over the phone.
Well, unfortunately, his time is extremely and heavily booked.
Heavily booked, huh? Well, my time as a taxpayer is extremely and heavily booked, so we're kind of in the same boat.
Well, that's why we try to provide this avenue so that...
Well, it seems to be a wasteful avenue, and I mean, I just want to speak to the CDC director. I guess I'm going to have to dig through the internet somewhere to find the director of CDC's phone number and get a phone tree and then call it that way, because obviously I had to go through hell to get in high water to get your number, which is 404-639-7120. I had to call Medicare, of all places. CDC couldn't, you know, there's 1-800-CDC info. It was clueless about that information.
Well, I'm trying to help you. If you could...
Well, I mean, you can help me. I just need either the subject matter expert or the CDC director's telephone number. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not hard to give out to a taxpayer.
If you would like some assistance, I'm offering that to you, and we can have someone provide you this information. If you could give me some kind of contact information, and if you don't want to do that, you could send a letter or you could send an email to us.
Well, I actually want to contact him first. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, there's either a subject matter expert I can talk to in that department, or there's the CDC director. They have phone numbers. They have voicemail numbers. I can leave them a voicemail with my information, and they can call me back.
If you would give me that information, I can try to help you.
Well, you know, you're not helping me. I want to speak to the CDC director or the subject matter expert.
Once again, sir, the best that I can do to help you is to take your information and try to help you that way.
Okay, so you're unable to help me. So you're unable to help me with both of these questions.
Email to the director.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you can listen to our recorded argument on YouTube. Have a good day.